How's it going? Tobin, Blue River Reservoir. Just below the camera angle there is LUNA, and over here to my left, your right, is the other one. If you're familiar with my content, we'll talk about them more in a minute. Uncle Jumbo from Strike Gold Shave. Right up front, let's talk about a couple of things. One, I did not pay for the soap and splash. It was sent to me for review by Frank Misa of Strike Gold Shave. While we're talking about it, if you use my name at checkout at Strike Gold Shave, you'll get free shipping on all continental orders to the United States. Normally, the free shipping threshold is $50. But if you use my code Tobin, Tobin, at checkout, you'll get free shipping on any amount. It doesn't matter. $5, $10. It could be $41.99. Why do I mention that? If you haven't seen it, Strike Gold is currently doing a gift box type deal to where you get 4 soaps. Each soap is 1.5 ounces, and you get to choose the fragrance. So you could choose Uncle Jumbo plus 3 more. And not only do you get the 4 1.5 ounce soaps, but you also get matching splashes, and those are 1 ounces. So you get 4 1.5 ounce tubs of soap and 4 1 ounce splashes, and it comes in this really cool gift box like you see there on the screen. I am applying, and so if you just buy that $41.99 without my code, you would have to pay for shipping. But if you use my code at checkout, you'll get free shipping to the continental United States for any amount. So that $41.99, use my code, you'll get free shipping. I want to thank Frank for sending this to me, and also for continuing to offer that amazing deal to the viewers of my channel. If you ever have any problem with that code, just let me or Frank know, and we'll get to the bottom of it. But it works. It works every time. Excuse me. I haven't heard of it not working. Uppercase, lowercase, doesn't matter. Uncle Jumbo is a clone and inspired by of Parfum de Marly's Layton. If you're familiar with my content, you know I absolutely love the house of Marly. And if I had to have one favorite house, if you will, it would be PDM, Parfum de Marly. I would describe Layton and this fragrance, Uncle Jumbo. Uncle Jumbo is a tribute to Grover Cleveland, who was the 22nd and 24th President of the United States, a Democrat. In between, he won the 22nd seat to the presidency. Then Benjamin Harrison, a Republican, won the 23rd. And while Benjamin Harrison was president, 6 new states joined the Union. So when Grover Cleveland, Uncle Jumbo, assumed his role as the 24th president of the United States, the country had grown by 6 states, which is pretty cool. Which also means that there was those 6 extra electoral seats that both of them had to win in that election. Was it Stephen Grover Cleveland is his full name. He was known as Big Steve and as Uncle Jumbo, and he was a fairly larger man. Wasn't huge, like, I don't know, like Uncle Jumbo. I think he was 5'11", 250 pounds, but whatever. I'll put some links in the video to some cool unbiased videos that I found on YouTube, where I dug into the history of Grover Cleveland. He did go by his middle name, not Stephen. He went by Grover, a name that you don't hear very often. And you don't hear Cleveland very often either, outside of Cleveland, Ohio. And I don't know, is Cleveland, Ohio named after him? It's not, right? Maybe it is. I don't think so. Anywho, let's get my handy dandy rubber band on. These were sent to me from Glenn Sherman. If you guys missed that, he sent me a set of 4. Talked about that in my Veloma review. I have the ice tube applied to the face. I'm going to need a little bit more water. Back out at Blue River Reservoir, the temperature today, the forecasted high was about 88. Out in the sun, it's definitely 88, 90 degrees. right here in this semi-shade. It was more shaded a moment ago. It's maybe 85, 80. It's really nice right here where I'm standing with the wind blowing. It just feels really, really good. Using my Captain's Choice bowl that I've already scooped into. The brush is a Chisel and Hound 26mm Venturian knot, and I absolutely love this brush. It's gorgeous. When I saw it, I had to have it. The razor I'll be using is the 84mm vintage Gillette super adjustable, and that has a date code of 04, which makes it the 4th quarter of 1969. We'll talk about the blade in just a second. If you haven't heard me talk about the base that Frank currently has in his straight gold base, it's fantastic. It's one of the best, like absolutely the best, the top 2 post-shave feels that I've ever experienced. We'll talk about that more in my soap base review, which I'm about to kick off several of them. I've been working on a new soap base to me for the next installment of it. And then after that, we're going to open up the gates and really start busting out some videos in that series. Oh, this smells so damn good. So if I had to describe the fragrance, 6 minutes into this, I would describe it as an oriental floral. That is the category that Leighton and Uncle Jumbo both fall into, in my opinion. Ready? She has been waiting several hours for me to start throwing rocks for her. And if you know Luna, now that I've started, I can't stop. So I'm over here off to the side, gathering a few rocks, drop them in my pocket. Try not to hit Athena. The top notes. They don't compete with one another, they collaborate. This fragrance, my wife gives it a 10, I'd give it a 10, Emily gives it a 9. This is one of those fragrances that, like so many Parfum de Marly's, that are just absolutely well done all the way around. Each note working in unison with the other notes in the fragrance. And this is another one of those fragrances that it doesn't change a whole lot. There is a heart, a middle, and a base, and then the dry down. But for the most part, the top sets a tone, and it kind of sticks with that tone. From a bright, invigorating overture, we move down into the heart, which is floral, green, and subtly powdery. There's not a strong powder note to this. It's very subtle. I do not like a strong talc. I do not like a strong powder type note, and that it is not at all too much floral, or too much powder, sorry. And it's certainly not too much floral either. That's where I was going to go next, is that even though you see those floral notes, it's not a floral fragrance by any means. This is another one of those fragrances, and I know I use this a lot. It's a ultimate date night fragrance, to where you can wear this to work, you can wear it to church, you can wear it out to dinner on Friday night. It is one of those universal fragrances that you can wear anywhere and everywhere. And I really think that you're going to have people who like it and people who love it, and that finding someone who doesn't like it is going to be hard to do. I really believe that with this fragrance, and I believe that with a lot of the fragrances from Parfum de Marly's. And Frank, who's been at this for almost 20 years now, can capture fragrance, and he's done it here. I have a 10 milliliter bottle, almost empty, of the real thing. And I'd say that this is about 90% accurate to the real thing. I'm not reviewing the soap fragrance, I'm reviewing the splash fragrance. So when I say 90%, I'm talking about the splash. The splash is roughly 90% accurate to what I think Leighton smells like. So the razor, I have loaded a first use Rapira Swedish Super Steel. And I have that in my 84mm, so that's the shorter of the two. There's the 109 and the 84mm. Super adjustable. This one here that I have with me today is the shorter of the two, the 84. I have it on setting 6, and unless I don't like the way it feels as we progress through the shave, I'm just going to leave it on 6. No mirror, using the phone screen. I have the best 2 DOGs in the whole world. Their personalities are so different, but they get along so well together. This blade feels great in this razor. It's been a while since I've used a Rapira in one of these. Ooh, because of the glare, I don't know how much is picking up there for you guys. I really can't see the right side of my face. I'm about, if we move over here, and I still can't. Looney. My beautiful bride is throwing rocks for Luna. Luna is high maintenance. Athena is the exact opposite. Athena is totally chill. Got my stool set up beneath you guys. And I have my stainless steel bowl for rinsing. And I should probably put a little bit more water in it. I'm not sure where my water bottle is. Let's just do this real quick. See how that does for me. I might have to spritz it off a little bit. I do need to add a little bit more water into my Captain's Choice bowl. I went with 7 squirts, I believe I just counted. Luna. Did she take the bait? Oh, and I forgot to say, I had already scooped, and I used my David Bowie Ziggy Stardust scoop. And from summer to summer, I tend to find a different favorite ale, and this year it's a Pilsner from Frim and Hood River that I've been reaching for. It's funny, you got the difference in the two dogs. Luna goes short, and then, you know, like an outfielder chases it down, and Athena, more like a shortstop, is waiting for the ground ball. So working in that water that I just sprayed into it, flipping it off onto my arm there. Took a good fall earlier. Didn't get hurt, but a little bit of soap ought to do it good. So let's talk about the base. The base is deep and textured. It's not just supporting the fragrance, it's helping to shape it. I really believe that base is working upward and being lifted upward by those lighter notes in the top, and it's not just supporting it. The base of this fragrance is truly what's shaping this fragrance, and why it's not monotone. It's not a monotone fragrance. It's there, like I said, there's definitely a top, a middle, and a base. But I do believe that base is overall shaping the structure of this fragrance more often than it would with a lot of fragrances. The dry down is warm, woody, and quietly spiced. The vanilla and sandalwood are rising up, smoothing out the pepper and cardamom. This is just one of those fragrances that from PDM, Parfum de Marly, that I challenge you to find someone who doesn't like it. There's going to be people who love it and people who like it, and I really think that's one of those fragrances that it's going to be super, super hard to find anyone who disagrees with the fragrance. I believe this is a very safe blind buy, to where you don't have to try a sample. You don't have to take my word for it. Just buy it. And right now, with that gift package, which I feel like, in my opinion, is a very generous offer from Strike Gold, where you're getting those 4 1.5 ounce soaps. The 4 1 ounce splashes. That is a great time to try some of the best fragrances from Strike Gold Shave. All of them are great. The next fragrance that I'll most likely be reviewing from Strike Gold Shave is Kennedy. That's another great fragrance. I have not found a fragrance from Strike Gold that I didn't like. I just have favorites. That's it in a nutshell. Give me a second. Well, I just noticed I littered. I need to pick that up before I forget. Give me a second. I put my blade wrapper in my pocket, but somehow I pulled it out. 2 seconds, Looney. One more. One more. Grover Cleveland started out as the mayor of Buffalo, moved on to become the governor of the state of New York. He was married 15 months after assuming office with his first term in the presidency, so he was a bachelor when he first moved in. Had the first and I think only White House wedding for a president. People have been married at the White House, but not presidents up until him. And I believe, if I remember correctly, he's still the only president to be married at the White House. That there has been presidents that got married, but they weren't married at the White House after taking office. I love these super adjustables. The residual slickness. Let's do this real quick. And these Strike Gold base is just fantastic. I'm gonna call that good. After the shave, stick around for the B-roll. The B-roll I record before I do the shave, and Athena finds something that my wife helped me retrieve, I guess we'll say. I hear you, mouth breather. I was thinking about rinsing off out there in the lake, but it's quite muddy right here. A couple of the spots that we wanted to go to were already occupied by others. Why didn't you go for that? You just gave it up to your sister? One more, Loon. She took that bait. My wife is over here to my left, your right. See her in the B-roll. Before I forget, I want to again thank Frank for sending me Uncle Jumbo to review. Splash. This is, I think it might be the first boat all day that we've seen on the lake. Yep, and here it comes. My right, your left. And it's the first boat that the dogs have seen. You can tell by the way Athena's looking at it. Athena is the pup in mostly black up front there, furthest from the screen. She's about 1.5 years now, and here in a few months, couple months, Luna will turn 5. 1.5-year-old and an almost 5-year-old. Today is August 20th? 21st. Thursday, August 21st. Hopefully that music isn't enough to upset YouTube and its copyrights. That's literally the first boat we've seen on the lake all day. Not a rowboat, a kayak, nothing. I want to thank you guys for joining us out here. We're really is little big things. I'll cut it short and quick, just in case YouTube picks up on any of that music that they're playing out there. You guys take care. Thanks again, Frank. Thanks for watching this long, if you watched this long. See you guys next time. Do the B-roll. That's the direction I've been looking. You see my setup there, my 2 stools. Let's pan back up. Hope the shave went well. I record these before the shave. That's a 0.6 pan out. This has been to my right, your left. That is Blue River Reservoir once again. Miss Athena down there in the far distance, and the lunatic is lunaticking. Pan back out. Beautiful blue sky. High right around 85, 88 right now. Somewhere in the upper 80s for sure, especially out there in the sun. It feels amazing right here where I'm standing. Done several shaves from the other side of that tree line there. It's a dead fish. Athena just brought up a little fish. Yep. I'll continue with the B-roll. I'll let you get that. My beautiful bride gonna come to the rescue while I continue the B-roll. Good job, Athena. You're a good girl. Thanks for dropping it. No, let mommy get it. You can always just bury it with a big rock.
That's what I was thinking.
Here, I'll grab this one, babe.
Oh, it's
Here.
hard.
Here, I'll just put it underneath this guy.
Do you want to take a picture of it up close?
Oh, well, that camera's doing it. I can always just freeze frame it. Okay, set him down. No, Athena. There. You never know what you're going to get from the B-roll, guys. Thanks, baby. How many women will do that, right? She's special in a lot of ways, let me tell you.
Don't knock my
It takes a special woman to marry a guy like me and stick around for all these years. I want to thank you guys for joining us out here once again. Like I said, I haven't recorded the shave yet, so who knows what's going to happen next. What these two are going to unearth. Tell everyone, yeah, it's little big things, Luna says, like finding dead critters. Thanks again, Frank, for sending me Uncle Jumbo. You guys take care, and we'll see you next time. Get her. Get her. Good girls. Was it?
Yeah. Get the water. I'm not from.
You guys want to get a drink of water? Go get a drink? Hello. I love you too.